We serve a God that is a provider. And I'm sitting here today as a living witness that God will provide. For I grew up in the segregated South with a mother with a third-grade education, 5 other siblings, and no father in the home. So under those situations and circumstances, I went to the cotton field early. It wasn't a late development, it was early. I had to pick cotton in order that the family could eat, me and my brothers. When I got ready to enter the 5th grade, that summer before I started my 5th grade year, my brothers and I made some homemade slingshots. So my brothers and I was out there playing cowboys and Indians, and as he shot at me, instead of me ducking, I raised up. And he hit me in my right eye. I went down to the ground in pain and agony. And by the time I even stood up, my eye was bloodshot red. So I went in the house and I showed my mother. I said, "Mama, I just got hit in the eye by accident. My brothers and I was playing." So she looked at it. And she knew she had no money to take me to the doctor, so she used some home remedies. She put some ice on it and took some grease and other stuff, whatever she could find, to put on it. In 2.5 weeks, it was practically clear. The only problem was I couldn't see out of it. So I went to my mom. I said, "Mama, I can't see out of my right eye." She said, "Well, what do you mean, Sherman?" I said, "Mama, I can't see." So she put her hand over my left eye and she put up the fingers. She said, "How many fingers you see?" I said, "Mama, I don't see any fingers." She said, "Well, you sure?" I said, "Yeah, Mama, I don't see any." She said, "Okay, I'll try to borrow a car because the doctor's office was 8 miles from our home. I'll try to borrow a car to take you to the doctor. Just a regular GP, it was not an eye doctor." So she took me there, and as the doctor looked at my eye, within 2 minutes, he turned his little light off and took me back to my mom. So he told her, he said, "Lucy," that's my mother's name, Lucy, said, "There's nothing I can do now." Said, "If you'd have brought him in when it happened, I could have saved his eye." So my mom said, "Okay, Sherman, let's go home." And she told me, she said, "Doctor says nothing he can do." I said, "Okay, Mama." I said, "Well, Mama, do this for me. When we get home, I said, "Mama, don't tell my sisters and brothers that I'm blind anymore. Tell them the doctor say, it's gonna be tough, but I don't want nobody to know that I'm blind in my right eye." I said, "'Cause Mama, I want to play basketball. Basketball is coming up at school, and I want to play basketball. And I don't want nobody telling me what I can't do because I'm blind in my right eye." So when we got home, she got all my siblings together, and she said, Sherman, the doctor said he can't see out of his eye, but he don't want anybody to know it. So don't you all tell anybody. Don't tell family, don't tell friends, don't tell anybody." So they said, "Yes, Mama." So my entire time in high school, college, as a matter of fact, until 2 years ago, 99% of the people that knew me and grew up with me in school never knew that I'm blind in my right eye. But what I have found in my life is that God will provide. I might have eaten food from a garbage can behind the store, but God will provide. I might have went to the garbage dump in order to get my Christmas, but God will provide. So as I sit here today in this testimony, I just want the world to know that we serve a God that sent his son here to die on the cross for the sins of the world. And that same son was in my life and caused me this day to never look back in my life, never complain about anything in my life. Why? Because Jesus makes a difference. Jesus will provide. My name is Sherman Whitfield, and that is my story.